This week, Dave is on vacation, and in this book he gave me to read, it talks about decentralized command, which basically means structuring your teams in a way that senior leadership can leave and trust that the office won't burn down. And I'm happy to report that the office is just fine. Let's check in with the rest of the team. Hey James, why do you think it's important to do site visits for training?
Well, first and foremost, it's getting practical, hands-on experience. I guess a comparison I like to use is, for apprenticeships at trade schools. You can't be a plumber or be an electrician without getting hands-on apprenticeship experience. A lot of the stuff that you practice in the classroom, ultimately you have to translate that to on-the-job training. And so that also applies in the world of engineering, getting the opportunity to practice what you do in the office, because things are very different when you're on site versus in the office. Images, maps, numbers and tables can mean something when you're in the office, but when you actually get to the site, you can get a whole new perspective. So I would say that's one of the most important things. Next, I would say is building trust with your clients. I think it can take years to really have a client trust you, depending on who they are. And so getting that first interaction out of the way as early as possible will end up going a long way for you down the road. And last, I would say it's probably just the motivation that you get from getting out of the office, getting to see really exciting projects taking place and trying to help out as best as you can.
Thanks, James.
See
Bye.
you. Bye.
Hi, Michael.
Hello.
What's in the jar?
So this is a sample of grit that was taken out of a digester in the midst of a cleanout operation. The accumulation of grit is a common, near universal problem with digesters, where over many years, somewhere up to 5 to 10 years, small bits of glass, metal, heavy plastics, gravel, sand, what have you, steadily settles out from the feedstocks and accumulates in the bottom of the digester. And while this can take years to become a serious problem, the more that builds up, the more it can hinder mixing, as well as begin plugging up pumps, and it occupies volume in the digester, reducing the effective volume you have to treat your feedstocks.
Thanks, Michael. Bye. Hey, Peter. How can I build better client relationships?
Hey Trisha, I've been really trying to work on this myself, and it's something that I need to improve, but a strategy that I found really helpful is to just take a sincere interest in what people have to say, what they're good at, what their problems are, what's keeping them up at night. It gets them more comfortable in talking about their problems. And when I started, I was new to the industry. I didn't have any experience on how the commercial side works, just the sort of nitty-gritty of the technical stuff I studied in school. Then when I got to go to conferences, like in the first month that I was with Azura, every time I talked to someone, everything they had was completely new for me, and I was fascinated by all the new people that I got to talk to. So when you're trying to improve your client relationships, just take a sincere interest in the conversation, and it should lead to good places.
Okay, thanks, Peter. I hope that helped you guys learn something new. These are just questions I've been wanting to ask my coworkers, and thank you so much for watching. Dave, if you're watching, we're doing great.